Okie dokie, sword friends. This is going to be a box that hopefully contains one of the most awesome sword projects that I have ever done. I've seen some photos of it. I helped do some planning on it, and realistically, this is my first time opening the box to see what the hell it looks like and how it came out, and I am elated or gassy. I may have watched Frozen too much. Anyway, I'm going to open it up while I'm on the old camera here, and everyone will be able to see, again, perhaps what it's like to open up a very fancy project, but more to the point that this is a project, a sword that I had worked as a consumer to buy. I am not talented enough as a craftsman to do any of the work like this myself, and so I rely on the expertise of craftsmen, and this one involves quite a few folks that are really amazing at their trade. So Josiah Boomershine and Rick Barrett made the sword and did the polish. It was a mixture between those two for the blade. I can't exactly remember who did what where, but this was a Rick Barrett Orishigami, like a forge, a steel made by the craftsman folded blade that Rick did some of the shaping and profiling on, and Josiah did some of the finish grinding and polishing on. At least I think that's how the division of work went. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, it's a folded, like Namboku-cho style, amazing blade. And then I had a Suba made by Roman Urban. I had a Fuji Kashira and Nanuki made by Josiah Boomershine. He's a man of many talents. His sword making, polishing, Fuji Kashira Suba, fitting making, saya making, he does a lot of different stuff. And then I sent it off to the same guy that I have do all sorts of sword related work for mounting. It came out to be this big honkin' blade that hopefully is as amazing as I anticipate it will be. Okay, so in case you're wondering, why is it in newspaper? Well, when a sword is brand new and the lacquer is not 100% fresh, the newspaper is of a very fine grain and generally does not stick to new lacquer stuff, so long as it's kind of dry. It still will stick to lacquer if it's really wet, but when it's at a medium dry stage, as in you can still smell it, but it's not wet to the touch, newspaper is generally the safest medium to wrap around it, rather than just if the bubble wrap was wrapped around it, the bubbles could press into it and you could see that in the lacquer. This is wrapped around the handle because reasons. I'm not 100% sure. You could probably put bubble wrap around it, but it probably keeps it a little cleaner. Alright, so we got, oh man, this is so fucking cool. This is a high-end samurai wrap. It's really difficult to describe what it feels like, but these are raised slightly. This doesn't come through. This is a silk substance on here, or a silk ito wrap, and these are kind of, the ito is rounded out and stitched, so it makes this kind of fine tube. And it feels really, really cool in the hand. You can see maybe here that there's a slight transition difference between where it's kind of wrapped over itself and where it's stitched. It's a little less thick and just, it feels so cool on the hand. The Samegawa is silver, and the Manuki, hopefully you can see those, are Josiah pieces. This is my first time doing something that isn't a black aged or kind of highlighted Samegawa. This is just silver, and you know, it looks really, really good in just silver. I'm surprised at how much detail there is in just the silver, but this is just so fucking cool. So to give you some idea, this is like the highest end sword that I've ever had done, and you've seen some of the stuff that I've had done, but a folded blade by Rick Barrett and Josiah, with a custom Suba by Roman Urban in this Tsukashi style. It didn't intentionally come out that way, but this ends up being the kind of one of the highest end pieces that I've ever done. This is the first time I've gotten to see the fittings from Josiah. I'm really happy with how they turned out. The photos looked a little bit rough, but these are subtle and classy and easy, and they match really well with the Suba. Now this is a 46 millimeter Fuji right here. This is a really big sword. I have a large glove size, and this is a big honkin' sword. This is about 4 millimeters bigger than what you would normally see on a katana. Oh man, look at this shit. Okay, so there's some dental work here. So we have 6 different little grooves in the saya. The saya has, these are gloss, by the way. So the saya is ishime, but then there are 6 grooves kind of evenly spaced at the base here to kind of give an offset a little bit. Then some of the, you can probably make them out, they kind of gradually start, and there's a gentle taper thing going on where you can see some of the comma shapes are gradually filled in, just a very kind of gentle taper until it's a full silver kind of shape here, and then bam. This is so fucking cool. Okay. Oh my god. And then there's a swirly Mitsudome on the habaki. Oh my god, this feels so fucking good in the hand. Oh. Yeah. Wow. This feels amazing. It feels so great in the hand. I mean, this is a big fucking sword, and it feels lively and maneuverable and easy to, man, wow, fucking wow. So this is the coolest thing that has ever been made for me, and I am profoundly happy with it. I'm trying to hold my farts in as I talk here. There's all sorts of commas. It's cool, it's unique, it's different, it's big, it's honkin'. Man, it's just everything I could possibly hope that it could have been. This project was difficult. There was poor planning on my part, but it came together really well. I am so happy with this. This is beautiful. Wow. In doing some of this kind of crazy. Now you know how fond I am of swirly Mitsudomes, but just the kind of randomized pattern that it came out to. This is just so personalized for me or anyone that likes this kind of swirly Mitsudome theme. But even if you don't like it, the Suba and the Fuchikashira and the Minuki and all of that just go together so well. This is such an awesome sword. It feels so good. It's so big, but it feels so lively in the hand. I am just so happy with it. It's rare that a project comes together this well for me, that things feel this good, and I just couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. Anyway, that's what I have for you, sword friends. Another unboxing of a fancy sword, and this is me being just blown away by how this came together. For all the flubbing and fitsy-futzing that happened, this is just so beautiful and so great. I could not be happier. This is great. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will put up another video with more detail about this particular piece, with more information and all of that kind of stuff in the not too distant future. Until then, here are some fun bits about the sword. Oh man. And this one, I need to turn the camera off and have some private time. Cheers, and thanks for watching. Of course, as is, I should probably think about that. Calm down, beer.